Police Minister Senzo Mchunu says the security training facility where 95 Libyan nationals were arrested in White River, Mpumalanga, flouted regulations. Mchunu visited the camp to get first-hand information, accompanied by his deputy ministers and the National Police Commissioner, General Fannie Masemola. Newzroom Afrika's Mweli Masilela has that story.
Minister Senzo Mchunu visited the security training camp that is suspected to have been converted to a military camp in White River. The minister says their assessment shows there is a lot of transgressions.
All indications here are pointing to this being more of a military training facility than an ordinary security training center. That is definite, that is certain. And we want to emphasize on this that for everybody to be certain that up to now, and we don't think there's going to be any other thing much that we'll still find out about this. It's more military than security, if you like, wholly military, and maybe less or partially security. That's a concern.
National Police Commissioner General Fannie Masemola didn't want to divulge too much about what makes the facility more like a military camp than a security training camp.
As the minister said, this place is accredited a security training service provider, and we are investigating. We cannot at this stage pinpoint all the wrongs to you. When you go to court, we find only 2 wrongs, or we pinpoint 10, we find 2, or we pinpoint 2. When you get to court, you find more. So we don't want to jeopardize our case going to court. The fact that is a accredited security service provider which is doing training, there is that thin line in terms of overlap or overstepping. Hence, we are investigating.
Meanwhile, the Institute for Security Studies says SAPS faces a difficult task to prove that what they've uncovered is indeed a military camp, mainly because this is a fully registered security company.
What we could pick up there for one is that if you start from the beginning, of course it is a registered training facility. They are registered by CIRA, and if you go on their website, you see that they are accredited to do certain training, and as the regulator also said, then they are certified to do that type of training. So what we saw when we investigated and looked at their website, we saw that they do some close protection. That is your bodyguard training. They also do training for anti-poaching. They do training for cargo, for CIT, this specialized operations. So it's quite high-tech training that they are certified for. And the minister also said that there's a fine line between that training and military training. And now it is up to the police and the investigators to actually start with that investigation, because remember, they will have to build a case, and that case will have to go to court, and they will have to prove that in court, and of course then the defense will counter that. So it is hard work for the police to do, because you can't just go on face value.
Police Minister Senzo Mchunu says due processes are being followed to have the 95 Libyan nationals sent back to their country of origin.
It's clear to us that their being here is illegal in the first place, because the application has pointers of violations in the process. And to that effect, we would want them to be out of the country as soon as possible. But we will follow due processes and discussion.
For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Mweli Masilela in White River, Mpumalanga.